Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Lisa.
And in this video, you're going to hear and see references to the JLT oil separator. Well, we're excited to announce that as of December 2021, all JLT oil separators will now be J&L oil separators.
Same great product with a different name.
Thank you for your purchase. All right, today we're going to go over the installation of the new JLT oil separator for your Jeep JL with the turbo 4-cylinder. All JLT separators come in an anodized black or an anodized clear, which will give you this aluminum finish. They all come pre-assembled with quick connects just like the factory for a super quick install. You're going to need a 10mm socket and ratchet, a Phillips head screwdriver, and some sort of a pry tool. And let's get started. First thing we're going to do is remove the engine cover. There's two 10mm bolts that hold it down. That's held down the front. The back is two suction cup mounts. Careful not to lose your bolts. And lift up on that. You see they're going in right there. And this is what it looks like on the bottom side. Next, we need to remove this cover right here on the passenger side. Again, two 10mm bolts. Okay, now that you got those two 10mm bolts out, lift straight up. Now, you don't have to pull this all the way off, but I'm going to do it to make the video easier to understand. This is your transmission vent. Go ahead and use that pry tool I was talking about, or a screwdriver, or a pair of pliers. Just pull those out and get this out of your way so you can access your PCV line right here. Okay, in order to remove this PCV line, you're going to press down on this gray tab right here and pull. For the bottom one, it's the same thing. You can twist it around to get to where you can see it. Push in and pull up. Okay, our next step is to remove these two 10mm nuts that are holding this coolant reservoir down. And the only reason we're doing that is so we can get this up a little bit and out of the way and get a hose behind it. Okay, now we're going to take the supplied screws and bracket, line up the bracket to the holes. The JLT logo will run the same direction as the one on the bracket, and screw this bracket to the separator. Now we can remove this 10mm fender bolt here. That's what we're going to use to mount the assembly. Take the long hose, go behind the coolant tank. Take the shorter hose, go under the line on the coolant tank, also under this line on the engine here. Go ahead and use the bolt and bolt it back up. Get this hose tucked down towards the back of the engine, behind this coolant tank reservoir, and get the reservoir back on the studs and bolted back down. Take this rear hose, come around the back side of the engine here and down onto the fitting, and you'll hear it click. that. This hose here, you're going underneath that coolant line, underneath this line, and then behind this metal bracket here and onto the fitting on the manifold. These fittings also will twist inside here. They will not come out, but they will twist. So go ahead and get that lined up on the fitting and lock it on. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put this cover back on. If you unplug this breather line, go ahead and plug that back in. There's rubber grommets, 2 rubber grommets down here, 2 studs on the cover. Go ahead and get them lined up, locked on there, and bolt it back down. Now you can take your engine cover, line up the 2 rubber grommets in the back with the ball studs on the back of the engine. Pop that down and bolt it down. Go ahead and check all your lines, make sure they're not rubbing up against anything, and you're all set. Go ahead and check it at about 1,000 miles and see how much your engine's putting out, but you should be able to go about every